Hi guys, Good Golf here, with another video on Fishnet networking in Unity. In this video I will revisit one of the viewer questions from the last video. I did quite a bit of testing for my demo game with a few friends over the internet and found out my end of match flow was stable as, well, not at all. So I decided to overhaul the code and create a match server manager and a match client manager script, which I published on my GitHub page. As you can see in the intro video, this code uses console utility, for which the link is in the description of the video. So basically, I define a match as the end-to-end game between players starting at the Steam lobby start game event and ending when the host of the game stops the match. Let's first have the demo of what I'm going to show in code finish, and then I will show the match flow in a couple of slides. Starting a match is straightforward and works pretty much the same as it did in the previous videos. The host starts the game, which sends the server details to all lobby members through Steam. When the host's connection state is started, it loads the game match scene. The clients connect to the server, where I keep track of the number of clients connected. When the client is connected, it is ordered to load the match scene. When the client has loaded the match scene, the scene manager on the host loads the player prefab in the on-client loaded start scenes event. In my original method of ending the match, I used a simple series of steps. Unload the scene on the server, which orders the clients to unload it too. Immediately stop the server. This causes a series of problems and random errors in my code, because stopping the server also ends all connections to the clients. So, the unload scene doesn't happen on many of the clients, and all kinds of pending RPCs and actions relying on the connection to be active fail. I decided to do some more digging in the Fishnet documentation and came up with a much more stable approach. When the player hosting the match ends the game, it first sends a chat message to all clients warning of the shutdown of the match. It then runs the code to unload the scene, and this orders the clients to do the same. When the client is ready unloading, the scene manager unload end event is called, and that the client disconnects itself from the server. The server reduces the connected client count with 1 for every client which disconnects. When the client count reaches 0, it stops the server connection. Meanwhile, the client has changed to the lobby scene. Using this flow, you ensure that most, if not all, server-to-client communication is properly dealt with before the connections close. So far, this method seems to be much more stable than the original shut down the server first code. There are other options to make this work. One example is to have the clients unload the scene without disconnecting and then have the server check if the client has unloaded the scene. That should be possible through the scene manager's on-client presence change end event. You could use a counter to check if there are no more clients in the scene, then stop the server. So there are multiple roads leading to Rome. I just picked my method because it also builds in a failsafe if the clients disconnect through a network issue, so the server can deal with that event too. During testing I added 2 more things to the code. A console for logging messages. It's a package from GitHub which I found to be very useful. You can find a link in the video description. A status UI for both the server and the client. This can be helpful to get some insights in what's happening, and you can extend it to do more, like kicking specific connections on the host. Okay, that's it for today. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. I'm off researching my next video.